Hey, what's up, everyone, and welcome to a new episode of the Tainted and Tempted podcast. I'm your host, Asia. So, as you all know, last week I didn't do a new episode because it was Memorial Day. So, I hope everyone was out with their family as I was. It was a great time, a time was had, but now I'm back for a new episode of the Tainted and Tempted podcast. It's June 1st, and we're ready to jump right into this new episode that I have for today's podcast. And it's going to be how to know when you're making the best choices for yourself in life. Again, how to know when you're making the best choices in life for yourself. Okay. Now, what I have to say is this, with me, when I started out my podcast, my main goal was to just talk about celebrity gossip and, gossip, entertainment. This is what's going to get me to the next level. And it did, it helped me get a great amount of subscribers, a great amount of viewers and things like that. But like I said, as time went on, I changed and I decided to go in a different route with my podcast. And yes, sometimes I don't get as much as viewers as I used to get, but I am getting viewers and it will grow. It will grow within time. So I'm not letting that get to me. I'm not letting it get me down, and I'm not letting it stop me from my goal, because my goal is to make this the number one podcast in New York. And I'm also I am going to make this a TV show as well. I have dreams, I have goals, and I have ambitions. But the main thing is, how do you know when you're making the right choices in life? Is trust your intuition. Your intuition will tell you, listen, do this, do that, pray to God. It's certain things that you could do when you know you're making the right choices in life. When you do something that feels good to you, that's how you know it's the right thing to do. When I do my podcast and I'm on a camera and I'm like, hey, everybody, welcome to the Tainted and Tempted podcast. I feel so good in my soul. I feel so enlightened. I feel great. And I know this is the right thing that I want to do. Also, like I said before, I'm in school for radio and television and radio, Also, when I take up the classes, I feel it in my spirit. It's like, oh my God, yes, I'm here. Also when I watch TV shows, the Sherry Shepherd show is not on anymore. They turned it off, but I used to watch her show as well. The Jennifer Hudson show, I watched that as well. Our Black Sisters is on TV, and that's a beautiful thing, and I love it. Tamara Hall, it's beautiful. The View, it's beautiful shows that's on TV that I watch, and I get insight on how to show myself to the camera and how to show myself to my audience more and more. When I started this podcast, I didn't have the tools, I didn't have the information, I didn't have the education to start the podcast. I just did it on my own. I built something on my own, and now I'm going to school to get the knowledge, so when I actually do step out on my own and want to get into TV, and not even want, I will, when I do it, I'll have all the knowledge I need to go that far, so that's my plan, so that's how you know when you're making the right choices in life, when it feels good to you, when you start doing it and it feels good. It's just, I can't explain it. It's just like something that enlightens you in your soul, and you feel so powerful, you feel so good, and you feel so great, and you say in your heart, I know this is what God put me here to do, so go. This is how you know, making the right choice doesn't always mean feeling 100% sure. Often it's about choosing what feels most true to you. Like I said, feeling what's most true to you. Like if you like to be a singer, if you want to sing, if you want to act. That was one thing I love to do too. I love to act. If that feels good to you, keep on doing it. Keep on growing. When you start something, you're not going to be a professional right then and there. That's what everybody wants. They just want the fame, the glitz and the glamour right then and there. But it doesn't happen like that. You have to work at it. You have to get good at it. When I started my podcast, I didn't know what I was doing. I just knew I had a dream, I had a purpose, I had God on my side, and I knew this is something that I wanted to do. I wanted to spread my words across to the world, and I wanted to talk about good things that's happening in the world, and that's what I did, So here are a few simple questions to ask yourself. Does this choice feel right in my heart? Like I said, will I be proud of this decision later? Am I choosing this out of love and growth, or out of fear? Does this choice bring me peace even if it's difficult? Trust your intuition. Now that's the main thing. Does this choice bring me peace even if it's difficult? Now, if you're starting something and it's hard, and I'm going to use me as an example. Starting this podcast, it's not easy. Coming up with the topics, branding myself, advertising myself, doing it. I'm all alone. I don't have a team. So it feels difficult to me, but it feels right in my heart. And that's what I want to say to anybody. If you got a passion, if you got a dream, it may feel difficult. You may have fear. Something might tell you, oh, you're not going to be worth it. You can't do it. Don't listen to that. Know in your heart that you're going to make it and you're going to succeed. Okay. A good sign you're making the right choice, that it aligns with your values and helps you become the person you want to be, like I explained. And remember, you won't always know immediately if a choice was right. Sometimes life reveals that later on. Every decision teaches you something, and mistakes can guide you toward a better path. Simple takeaway: if a choice brings you peace, helps you grow, and stays true to who you are, you're probably heading in the right direction. So as I explained, find your purpose, find your goals, find out what you want to do. And like I said, if it feels good in your soul, that's your purpose. That's your calling. Keep doing it. Don't feel like you got to be perfect, and keep going. Okay. So I want to say thank you for tuning into the Tainted and Tempted podcast. If you have any comments, drop below. I want to hear some comments. Let me know. Let me know what you think. Let me hear about your goals. Let me hear about the things that you want to do, the things that you're in fear about, anything. Just drop a comment down below, and also like this video, share it. My Instagram, add me on my Instagram, which is Tainted and Tempted _TV, and my Facebook, which is Tainted 2 Tempted podcast. It's June 1st. We're ready to make this happen. We got to go in, and we got to make this year end with a bang. So have a great day, everyone. See you next week. Bye bye.